Hello and welcome to the 18 WJTS News for this Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Thank you so much for choosing us for your local news coverage this evening. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam reporting. Detectives with the Huntingburg Police Department, affiliates of the Internet Crimes Against Children, or ICAC Task Force, have arrested 27-year-old Kaitlyn Neukam of Jasper following an extensive investigation into alleged online child exploitation activities. The investigation began back in October 24th of this year after detectives reviewed a cyber tip report from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children involving child sexual abuse material. The tip was generated by Media Lab Kick and included media files depicting child sexual abuse. Investigators later determined that Neukam was the user of the Kick account responsible for uploading that material. Further investigation through search warrants served on electronic service providers uncovered additional evidence of child exploitation, solicitation, and distribution of obscene matter. On the afternoon of November 12th, search warrants were executed in Jasper and Huntingburg with assistance from the Jasper Police Department, Du Bois County Sheriff's Office, Du Bois County Prosecutor's Office, and Indiana State Police. Additional evidence was seized during the searches and will be examined by the Knox County High-Tech Crime Unit for more potential child sexual abuse materials. As a result of the investigation, Kaitlyn Neukam was taken into custody and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center on the following charges: 4 counts of child exploitation or possession of child sexual abuse material, a level 4 felony, 5 counts of child exploitation, possession of child sexual abuse material, a level 5 felony, 1 count of child solicitation, a level 5 felony, 3 counts of distribution of obscene matter, a misdemeanor. This case was led by Huntingburg detectives working under the Indiana Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, a multi-agency unit led by the Indiana State Police. The ICAC Task Force investigates and prosecutes individuals who use the internet to sexually exploit or entice children. Each year, Indiana's ICAC investigators evaluate thousands of tips, investigate hundreds of cases, and rescue dozens of children from ongoing sexual abuse. The Du Bois County Chamber of Commerce held their annual meeting yesterday in Huntingburg. Here's Ty Hunter with the details and this year's award winners.
A rising young leader, a local publisher who's been telling our stories for decades, and a family business that's kept Du Bois County rolling for generations. It was all part of the celebration at Venue 1408 in Huntingburg on Wednesday as the Du Bois County Chamber of Commerce hosted its annual State of the Chamber and Awards ceremony. The midday event included a guest presentation from Fisher Farms, who shared insight into their operations and how locally grown products reach customers across the region, a perfect example of the homegrown success stories the Chamber exists to support. This year's Young Professional of the Year award went to someone already leading by example. Austin Welp with Vincennes University Jasper is proving that the next generation of leaders is ready to step up and offered some advice that has helped him achieve success.
Get involved, back in 2020 when I kind of graduated or close, I knew I wanted to go back into public service at some point, so it really has helped broaden my connections and friendships within the community to not only help one another, but to build partnerships with these guys and provide a bigger resource for families in Du Bois County.
When it came time for Business Person of the Year, the spotlight turned to a woman who spent many, many years shining that same light on others.
Kathy Tretter.
The news publisher and editor Kathy Tretter says the honor took her by surprise.
I had no idea. In fact, it was completely unexpected. The nomination was completely unexpected, but the people I was with in this category, I can't say enough about how deserving they are. And so I'm very honored and I'm touched, but Du Bois County is blessed with so many amazing, incredible business people.
For more than 100 years, the Ferdinand News has chronicled small-town life, proof that local journalism is still alive and well in Du Bois County.
I think it's because we're personal. We try and tell people the stories that they want to hear, maybe won't read anywhere else. We try to be relevant. We don't always succeed, and we don't always succeed in a lot of ways, but we try. So I think that's a big part of it.
And for Business of the Year, it's a name that's been driving this area forward for generations.
Du Bois County Business of the Year is Hugh Lawrence.
Owner Tony Ubelor says their many decades of success come down to one simple truth.
People, great people in Du Bois County, the quality of people we have in Du Bois County, we don't appreciate there, and it sets us above the rest of the communities. And I get out and about in a lot of communities throughout Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and seriously, we don't appreciate the quality of people we have here. Hard workers and work ethic, morals, it's just a great combination.
Since 1929, Ubelor & Sons has been more than a dealership. It's been a family name built on trust and community. It's a philosophy that could have summed up the entire luncheon, from the individuals and businesses being honored to those simply there to support them. Because in the end, it's not the titles or trophies that define Du Bois County. It's the people sitting around the table. At venue 1408 in Huntingburg, I'm Ty Hunter.
18 WJTS will premiere the 2025 meeting of the Du Bois County Chamber of Commerce on Monday, November 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern, and again on Thursday, November 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern, with YouTube video available after that premiere air date on Monday evening. You can find our YouTube channel by visiting youtube.com/18WJTS. And earlier today, the Rotary Club of Du Bois County hosted their 21st annual Indiana University Kelley School of Business Economic Futurecast Luncheon at the Tim Clark Cultural Center in Jasper. Guests received an update on world, national, state, and local economic outlooks for 2026 and beyond from their panel of economic experts, including input from Indiana University professors Dr. Ryan Brewer, Dr. Timothy Slapper, and Dr. Andreas Hauskret. We will have updates on today's event in an upcoming newscast. However, you can also look forward to watching this year's IU Kelley School of Business Futurecast Luncheon in its entirety on 18 WJTS starting next week on Wednesday, November 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern, and again on Friday, November 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern, with on-demand options on our YouTube channel coming at a later date. Ferdinand-based company Seifert Construction has been recognized for its work on the expansion of Lincoln Amphitheater, earning the Associated Builders and Contractors of Indiana and Kentucky's Excellence in Construction's Award of Merit. During a recognition event this week, Seifert acknowledged the Indiana Department of Natural Resources as the project owner for the improvements made at the Lincoln State Park venue in Lincoln City. The expansion project increased the amphitheater's capacity from 1,500 to 2,200 by adding two new 250-seat sections and two patios, which allow for 200 additional tickets per event. Other upgrades include a new restroom building, conversion of the former gift shop and museum into an alcohol sales area, and a remodel of the concessions building. The complex also received new siding and roofs, along with a newly constructed patio and a picnic area with overhead lighting. DNR property manager Joe Compton noted that the project greatly enhanced the amphitheater and added another attraction for visitors to the park, which features scenic trails, wooded hills, and two lakes. Amphitheater director Mark Stezik highlighted that the upgrades have improved the guest experience and contributed to strong attendance. Despite the increased capacity, 6 of the 10 music nights in the most recent season did sell out, and total revenue rose by more than 24% compared to the previous year. The Indiana Family and Social Services Administration, or FSSA, Wednesday announced that MDWise will no longer serve as a managed care health plan for Indiana's Medicaid's Healthy Indiana Plan, or HIP plan, and Hoosier HealthWise programs effective January 1 of 2026. This decision follows a comprehensive review of MDWise's performance and its ability to meet FSSA standards for member services, provider support, and program accountability. The FSSA determined that ending the contract with MDWise is necessary to ensure the long-term strength and sustainability of Indiana Medicaid. What this means for members: members will not lose Medicaid benefits. Members must choose a new health plan like Anthem, CareSource, or MHS during open enrollment. Members who do not choose will be assigned to a plan with an option to change within 90 days after January 1. Existing authorizations and treatments will be honored for the transition period. Members will receive letters with detailed instructions on how to select a new plan. For assistance, they can contact the enrollment broker for HIP at 1-877-GET-HIP9 and Hoosier HealthWise at 1-800-899-9949, or you can find all of that information or a link on our website. Current Medicare providers will receive more detailed information on the transition in an upcoming provider bulletin. And that has been your Thursday news right here on 18 WJTS. Next up is your weather forecast.